Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the 6-inch Young Justice Batman from Mattel. Alright, so Batman is actually the first adult figure that we've received in the 6-inch Young Justice action figure line. I assume this is just a way for Mattel to get another Batman figure out there, because, let's face it, Batman's one of the big three in DC, and he's always going to be a popular character for people to find in stores. We've had a ton of 6-inch Batman figures already, but this is still a really cool one, I must say, and I'm actually kind of glad to add this guy to my collection. So let's go ahead and take a look at him. First of all, let's look at that packaging. Now, as I said in the Kid Flash review, the new boxes here are designed with the Invasion storyline in mind. The sides of the boxes show off several characters from the show, including a few new characters such as Lagoon Boy and the new Blue Beetle, which I assume will be having bigger roles in the cartoon series this second season. But otherwise, the window box is just like they were before, showcasing the figure and the base within. The back of the box gives us a look at some of the other items coming out, including the new 4-inch figures, and gives us a brief bio for Batman. Now, we've all got a whole bunch of Batman figures in our collections already, most likely, but there's still enough here to make this one a little different from everything else that we've received so far. One of the things that I really like about him is he's got the cape that's draped over the shoulders, which isn't something that we've really seen in the DC Universe Classics line. Of course, that is going to hinder the movement a little bit, because while the cape is pliable, it is still a little rigid, and it's going to prevent him from being able to raise his arms up all the way. But this is how Batman usually appears in the Young Justice cartoon, so I think it's a perfect fit for this figure, and I really like that over-the-shoulders look. Aside from that, he's got a nice, slimmed, kind of animated look to his head sculpt. And the paint job on the figure is really cool because the lighter gray of his bodysuit actually has this metallic flake kind of look to the paint, which is really neat. And then the trunks, the boots, the gloves, and the Bat logo are all a flat black. Now, as far as articulation goes on the figure, we get the same standard movement in the head. It can turn all the way around 360 degrees. Like I said before, the shoulder movement is hindered, but they are ball jointed with the swivel, so if the cape wasn't there, they would be able to rotate all the way around. You have the bicep swivels, you've got single joints in the elbows, you've got wrist twist, torso cut, you've got the waist swivel, you've got the wide range of motions in the legs going outwards, forwards, and backwards. You've got thigh articulation, you got single cut knees, and you have ankle cuts. There's no boot cut joints. So it's pretty standard what you'd normally see Mattel do with their DC Universe Classics line, and it works out really well for this particular figure. Now, just like the other 6-inch Young Justice figures, Batman does come with a large diorama display base, and his is actually huge. It's very similar to what we saw with Robin, where he came with the rooftop scene. This is another rooftop scene that's got a cool little gargoyle up in the corner of it. It's not overly detailed. It probably could have used a bit of a wash or something, because it's just pretty much a flat gray plastic, but it's still a neat little display base, and it's got little pegs on the top corner and then the far left corner so that you can stand some figures there and peg them down. It is hollow in the back, so it's real lightweight, but again, it's a neat little display base. Now, aside from that, Batman does include a few accessories. First of all, he comes with 2 batarangs, the quintessential accessory for Batman. Seems to come with most of the figures. But these batarangs can fit into his right hand. His left hand is a closed fist, so he can't hold anything in that hand, but you can get one of the batarangs in his right hand. And as a second accessory, he's got this cool little gas bomb that I really like. It's got a little peg hole in the bottom, so you can actually plug it into one of the pegs that are on the display stand if you want to. And it's got these cool little translucent green smoke streams coming out of the top of it. It's a cool little accessory. So there you go, guys. There's a look at our 6-inch Young Justice Batman figure. It's another Batman figure, and I know we've all had a bunch of them, but it is still a really neat-looking figure, and I actually really like him quite a bit. Now, I've already said that I understand that the price point is a little high on these, and I do again attribute that to the large display bases that come with these figures. But the Young Justice 6-inch action figures are still pretty nice, so if it's something that you really want to spring for and you enjoy the cartoon series, I would definitely recommend checking these out. This newest series of 6-inch Young Justice action figures will be hitting retail stores soon. So happy hunting, and until next time.